Okay, hi, I'm Chelsea. I'm 34. I'm originally from Delaware. I have been working and living in Baltimore City for about a year and a half now. I have been an early childhood and special education teacher for 13 years. Right now, I'm teaching in a small pre-K program inside of a more clinical setting that is specialized for autism services and research. My daughter, Lily, is 4 now, and she started coming to school there as a student with me a couple months after I started. And it's the best. It's the best place for her. It's the best place for me. Through her time there, we got an autism diagnosis for her. And so this has just really been a big transformative step on our journey. So we're in a really cool spot right now. I am just getting out of a 14-year relationship, 10 years married. First boyfriend when I was 19. One morning I just kind of woke up and decided it wasn't working and that I deserved more. So big time of change right now, but really excited for what's next. So all this is kind of going on, and then a couple days ago my friend sends me the link from the Instagram post, new version of Traitors, made for NBC. Anybody apply, you don't have to be a celebrity. And all my friends know that I am a freak for competition reality. Survivor, Big Brother, Amazing Race, The Challenge. I was a Laguna Beach girl back in my middle school days. From day one, Real World, Road Rules, the whole thing. I watched Survivor premiere live with my parents when I was a kid. We never missed any of the 14 episodes of Big Brother a week. As I became a teenager, I was like, reality TV, I'm too good for that. And sadly, I lost both of my parents 6 months apart, about 4.5, 5 years ago while I was pregnant with my daughter. And that was really hard. And it was really hard for me to find helpful ways to remember them in a happy way. I was just really struggling with grief, and spending a lot of time inside. It was kind of COVID era, and I got back into it with Amazing Race. I was like, oh man, that's so fun. I used to love watching that show with them, and I rewatched all that, and then I was like, oh, their favorite was Survivor. Okay, I'll get back into Survivor, and then next thing you know, I've seen every season of every popular reality show there ever was, because it felt cool, at least a little bit, if I wasn't ready to talk about it or feel about it a whole bunch, to kind of be able to feel connected to them in some way with that. So all that to say, my parents never saw the Traitors, but they would absolutely lose their marbs if I was going to be on a reality show. I feel like I know enough about most of them that I could definitely win. Here's the problem. I can't do Survivor because I turn into a demon without food and sleep. I can't do Big Brother because I can't be away from my kid for that long. I can't do Amazing Race yet because I need a partner. My daughter will be 18 in 14 years, so see me again for Amazing Race then. And I can't do the challenge because I wasn't on any other show yet. So The Traitors is perfect. First of all, The Traitors is my favorite, obviously. You get the best from all of the big shows. And it's in a castle in Scotland, so I'm not going to be hungry or hot or tired. I'm just going to be very fashionable and having fun. The reason I want to be on the show is because I have studied the game. I have watched, like I said, all the backstory shows. I've watched the Bravo shows too. I have watched all the international Traitors. I have had live texting virtual watch parties with my best friend, watching Traitors Australia. So I'm really about that life, and I know all the strategy. I know I've seen the faults in the ways of even the strongest players, i.e. a Dan Giesling. I have watched what worked and what hasn't. I would play, obviously, a traitor game because I don't think anyone really comes here to be a faithful. If you say you want to be a faithful in your video submission, honestly, I just don't believe you. I would play a traitor game like Surrey. Perfect game, my favorite. First of all, my favorite Survivor player and Traitors winner. We're not necessarily floating under the radar because that kind of implies that you're, just laying back and cruising. And we know that in the Traitors, flying under the radar, like being too quiet, being too reserved or laid back, is really just a red flag. We also know that being too loud or too extra or too whatever is also a red flag. So I don't think that she flew under the radar. I think that she like rode the wave right through the middle. And I know that I could do that too. I am naturally curious about people. I am able to make genuine connections with people because I really do enjoy it. I enjoy building relationships. I enjoy getting to know people. That probably comes as a skill with being a teacher too. Another thing that comes along with that is being able to read people really well. I have to constantly read a room of 12, sometimes tiny maniacs. So I'm very good at reading people, at picking up on the little nuances and things of just like feeling out a vibe. And people just trust me. People inherently trust me. I don't know if it's something about my face, but they want to tell me things. They want to believe me. And so I have all the skills and the knowledge of the game, the research, to win, to be the best. I have a personality for good TV. This is my moment. I have been waiting. It's my time.